I want to begin with the first paper I ever published. This was when I was a medical student. I published this with Douglas Lam, helped him examine the patients, collected the data, and then Douglas Lam wrote the paper. But what I learned from him at that time was how he structured the message from the data, masterfully weave a story into a paper with impact and clarity. He started off the paper by saying, Paul Vertaft stated that no condition in hand surgery had given him more concern in management than the radial club hand. And that brief statement, I think, immediately and eloquently captured the attention of the reader. It left a very deep impression in me, which is the importance of storytelling in academic writing and publishing. So this is the best advice that I want to share that has been given to me. I apply this lesson to every paper I review, edit, every talk I prepare. And that is about the importance of being a good storyteller. I mentioned Douglas Lam. This same advice has since been given to me by the other mentors in my life, especially my predecessor editor-in-chiefs. I also count Professor Fu Qinwei as one of the most monumental mentors in my life for writing papers. When I first met him, he has already written 500 papers, and yet he spends so much effort editing every paper because he wants it to be a well-written paper. What does it mean to be a good storyteller? For me, it means that when I'm writing for the reader and not just for myself. Most readers are tired, distracted, and unfamiliar with the work. And I've found since then that most readers will just read the abstract, and the most diligent reader probably would download the paper, read the introduction, they will skip the method, they jump straight to the results, and then finally they just jump straight to the last bit of the discussion and the conclusion. So to increase the chances that they will read your paper or my paper, I have to think, how do I have to write it? How do I need to write it? I need to write it for the reader and not just for myself. So the abstract has to be informative, the introduction has to be engaging, the methods have to be clear, the results have to be logical, the discussions have to be relevant. Just keeping all this in mind and not just thinking about the data. The second thing is to keep it brief. Most articles are too long. This was an editorial written by one of my predecessors, Jeff Hooper. We often think that a longer article is a better article, but it takes more skills to write a shorter article. Introduction should be a maximum of 500 words. Methods and results, less than 500 words. The discussion is often far too long. This is what Jimbo Tang once said in a talk. I thought it was very, very insightful. The discussion is often more about what the author wants to say and not what the reader needs to know. The third point I want to make about being a good storyteller is to make it clear. Make every sentence count. Make every sentence earn its place. Every sentence has to be standalone in meaning. It has to have a unique and clear message. So if you compare these two sentences in the top column versus the bottom column, you realize that every sentence needs to be able to convey a unique message. And I've learned this, clarity beats cleverness. If people can't understand it, they won't cite it. And one of my mentors told me this as well. When you're writing a paper, every sentence should be pregnant with meaning. And this word pregnant really stayed with me when I write a paper now. This is from one of my previous editor-in-chief predecessor again, Nicholas Barton. He was trying to interpret what good English means, and because the European journal primarily have a European readership, European submission. A lot of the authors are not native English speakers. So we get a lot of comments that English is not their first language and therefore it's difficult for them. I think this is very, very insightful. Good English is not about the vocabulary. It is not about getting the grammar correct. It is about getting clarity. It's about using sentences that are easy to grasp in meaning and avoiding ambiguity. The fourth thing about being a good storyteller is that we need to think about writing it like a story. A story has a beginning, a middle, and an end. If it doesn't, then it's not a story. For a scientific paper, it's broken down obviously into introduction, methods, results, and discussions. And if you think of it in terms of having a prologue, the main body, and an epilogue. It can also be thought of in the scientific terms. This is Krathwohl and Smith's chain of reasoning. First of all, start with thinking, where does your idea come from? What is your main question or hypothesis? And then think about, what is your study designed to answer the question? Think about the who, what, when, and why in terms of research methodology, reduce the data to something meaningful, apply your final conclusion and clinical application, and then future recommendations. So if you think about this diagram, it is a chain. That means the link is really important. Each link determines the next event. A chain is only as strong as its weakest link. This is also an inverted pyramid. That means we start off with a lot of data, a lot of information. Finally, we have to end with one or two take-home points. What are the chains? I often tell my residents, when you read a paper, the last sentence of the abstract is the most important sentence, the last sentence of the introduction, the first paragraph of discussion, and the last sentence of the discussion. These are the important chains, and these are the really important parts to put together. Frame your paper like a journey. Let the reader follow your journey. It's not just a data dump. Take the journey on the journey with you. Hand surgery is a very complex subject. There are many things that we need to work out. So having a good paper really, really helps. So make efforts to write a good paper. And at the end of the day, I'm kind of sharing this for selfish reasons because as an editor, when I'm looking at a paper, I really, really pray that you'll be a clear paper. What is the question? How did you try and answer it? What is your answer? Otherwise, I'm in for a very long night. Let me just end with this. This is the first editorial I ever published as the editor-in-chief because I really believe that every single paper, even if you have published hundreds of papers, every single paper matters, and therefore we should make every effort to write it and write it well. Thank you.